Yes. When earlier
container, it will avoid any containers with metal or 2 is workable. Remember, there was a bust a week ago. Now we need to go offloading from trucks again. And there's an emoji.
I must just comment that this is really confusing because all of a sudden now there is no problem with Pier 1. Yes. When earlier it was going to be mission impossible to access.
Chair, that was in May. I'm not sure what may have happened between May and July, which now makes 1 and 2 attractive. So in this screenshot, Colonel, can you confirm that they were speaking about the Boyson's shipment?
Correct.
And it appears there that...
Do we say that? What is it in this line, in the sequence of communication, that tells us that they are speaking about the Boyson's shipment?
Commissioners, it's just that these screenshots, as I've indicated, not everything it's in here, because there were a lot of communications that was also, so this was done for the purpose of presentations, but for the investigation, but there were a lot of communications between the 1st of July up until the 8th, when the consignment arrived in Ireton. So, but in this instance that we are with here, that this screenshot does not say anything, I will agree. I cannot definitely, based on this, I cannot definitely say it relates to Boyson's, but based on the investigation that we have done, I know what was communicated in here, Commissioner.
So is that based on texts that either followed or preceded what we see here? Is that what makes you to come up with that connection or to make that connection?
That is correct.
Did you actually see those?
Yeah, because I remember there were communications that shows that even on the 4th, because I don't have them here, between the 1st and up until this 8th, there were a lot of, there were something that was happening.
Are you able to explain why those would not have been included? I do hear you that you say that this was a presentation and so on, but I understand it to be a presentation that's capturing everything that was important. So I would imagine to make the connection that this is about Ireton, texts or chats that actually make the connection would have been quite crucial for that purpose. So are you able to tell us why those were not included?
Commissioners, I also tried to get hold of those who are the custodian of this. I was told that certain information cannot be traced back again now.
That's addressing the situation now.
That is
I'm asking you a question that relates to the compilation of this report. I'm saying, do you know why those chats that make the connection to Ireton were not included in this report as part of this presentation?
No, I don't know.
Thank you.
Colonel, would you be able to get us some of those chats or that information that links these conversations better to Ireton so that we can see those links?
Commissioners, I don't want to commit myself on that because I was trying to say, I tried to make follow-ups. Because after even seeing these presentations, I found it necessary that I must also get the full information and in as to what was happening during the time I was investigating, commissioners. So I don't want to commit myself to say.
Can I ask you this question, Colonel? What in these chats, especially the ones on page 18, leads you to believe that they are connected to the drugs that were discovered, I believe it was on the 9th of July 2021 at Ireton? What in these charts leads you to believe that they are connected to that?
Commissioner, in this chart, none.
Say that again?
In this chart, I can say no, there is nothing. I don't have anything to back what I was saying up.
Is it fair to say the best that you can do is that the suspects that were identified on that day were communicating in chats, and they were communicating about drugs and their shipment into the country, and that's as far as you can go? Looking at these chats, there may be other chats somewhere that are not with us now, but looking at this, it's fair to say that Mr. Nku is communicating with somebody in the week leading up to this date, and they are talking about drugs and shipments and piers at the harbour.
That will be fair, Commissioner.
Commissioners, maybe just to say it may get better once we deal with the other pictures that were retrieved around the same time, because if you read those messages with the pictures that were shared from page 20 and 21, it may better link those conversations.
Well, yeah, you are still going to take us.
Yes.
You are still going to take us there.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're asking us to be patient and quiet, basically.
Commissioners, I dare not ask anyone to remain quiet. And then, Colonel, what is the significance of then the other picture on page 18, the one that was in blue? Where was it? Where did you find that, and what's its significance?
This picture was on the screenshot of Mr. Nku.
And was this on the same day as the screenshot of the Trima conversation with Alpha?
This screenshot indicates that it was only taken on the 1st of July. The screenshot, I don't know whether the communication was, but the screenshot was taken on the 1st of July.
And what is the significance?
As I indicated, I don't want the communications, I can't, but the significance of the price list of drugs, the one that is reflected in blue, that is the price list of drugs. And then it also reflects that the price list is in euros, not South African currency.
Pounds. That's pounds.
In pounds, sorry, commissioners. Sorry.
All right. And then let's deal with the other screenshots that were found together, or in the days after this, the one on the 1st of July. Can you read paragraph 7 of your statement?
Another computer screenshot was identified depicting yellow jersey truck that was indicated as being designated to collect the container. These screenshots were extracted and preserved as part of the digital evidence obtained during the forensic examination of the device. Commissioners.
And to explain this, can we go to page 20 of the presentation?
Yes.
Colonel, the first picture, what is that?
That is the screenshot of the computer.
And that computer, is it the same one that we saw earlier?
Yes, we can see at the bottom there, it will also indicate Transnet.
At the bottom of the picture. And then in the screenshot itself.
No. Where about is Transnet? I don't see.
There is something written in red, Commissioners.
Yes, can you, there at the bottom. And the detail of what's written in the picture is on the far right of the page. Is that correct?
Yes, the details of on the screenshot on the computer is the details of this truck that is found in Area 10, Commissioners.
And the picture on the right is the, what's that picture?
The picture on the right is the truck at Area 10.
And from that you can see that it corresponds with the picture from Mr. Nku's phone.
It corresponds with the picture from Mr. Nku's phone, correct, Commissioners?
Sorry, what features of it correspond?
The picture, the screenshot of the computer on the left, it has got the details of this truck.
The registration number?
The registration number, and if...
No, sorry, I'm asking, Colonel, because this screenshot is, it's not, I can't quite see the detail of it. So when you say they correspond, I don't know what the reference is to.
Commissioner Malloy,
because here is just a photo. What is written on the far right?
On the far right, it's the details of?
The details of what is happening on this computer, Commissioner.
I see.
It shows the gate, tracking company, the license.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I see that.
This is what is reflected on this, Commissioners.
and this picture was retrieved from, well, the metadata of it shows that this picture was taken on the 8th. That would be the day before the Ayrton bust.
That was the date before the Ayrton bust.
And then the next picture is on page 21. Just to confirm, Colonel, what's on the left is what was found on Mr. Nku's phone?
This is what was found on Mr. Nku's phone, Commissioners.
And again, this is a screenshot from Transnet?
That is correct, Commissioners.
And
to the left. On the left.
Yes.
On the left.
And on the right is a picture of the truck that was involved in the Ayrton scene.
Correct, Commissioner.
And
it's already in Ayrton.
Yes, this was taken when it was in Ayrton.
Is this on the left? Let's just focus on the left. The heading says track and trace. I'm assuming this is how Transnet tracks this truck from Durban to Johannesburg.
That might be correct, Commissioner.
Because it has the details of the registration number, the time in, time out, and then it has details of where it stops and stuff like that.
Even on the top, Commissioner, is the registration number of that one that starts with BEA.
Yes.
Is the registration number of the container.
Of the container itself.
Correct.
And Colonel, do you know when this screenshot was taken? Is it the same day as the one that we just looked at on page 20?
This screenshot were found on Mr. Ngus on the 8th before the bust.
Okay. And then in the presentation, now on page 22, you also did a tracking exercise. Can you explain what we're seeing there?
what was checked, Mr. Ngu's cell phone through the cell phone towers was tracked along the N3, which indicate that on the same date the track was, it shows, let me just first say, it shows the movement of Mr. Ngu's cell phone.
Is his the yellow, because there's yellow and blue? Is his the yellow or the blue?
Chair, it's all him, all the colors. It's just different dates. The key is in that little box there. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Key top right. Okay. Top left. I'm sorry. Top left.
And so, does this then? What does this show? What was Mr. Ngu doing?
This movement was on the same, some of the movement was on the same date. This tracking company was from Durban. And it also shows that on the same date, Mr. Ngu was from Durban, either following the track or because he was on the same route as the track.
So you're saying that it showed that he was either following the truck or moving alongside it?
That can be the...
No, I'm asking what...
Following it can be.
Following it?
Yes.
Do we have the movement of the truck itself that corresponds to this at page 22?
I remember the tracking company, sorry, we had it. Even this screenshot, even though it's not, does not explain, the one on page 21, that says track and trace.
Sorry, so you're saying that page 21 is the movement of the truck?
But it's not that much explanatory as the one that appears on Mr. Ngu's cell phone data. But that one I can definitely confirm to say the truck was on the N3 and arrived in Areton on the 8th around, if I can still remember, it arrived around 8 in the evening on the 8th. But for now, I don't have anything to back that which I'm saying. But on the day of the investigation, I tracked the movement, which is not attached in here. Commissioners.
For this to make sense, Colonel, the yellow on the 7th of July must be coming down from Gauteng to Durban.
The yellow.
The yellow.
Yellow the truck.
No, I'm not talking about the truck. I'm talking about Mr. Ngu's telephone.
Commissioner, I could not.
If we say the blue, maroon, and yellow, if we say that's Mr. Ngu, what I'm saying is, for this to make sense, then on the yellow, Mr. Ngu must have been coming down from Gauteng to Durban.
That will be correct.
The date being the 7th of July.
Then
the blue must be Mr. Ngu moving from Durban back to Gauteng.
Correct.
That's the date is the 8th of July there.
It is even shown on the left corner.
Then the maroon is the date of the bust.
Correct.
Thank you.
Then Chair, I'm not sure if this is an opportune time to take the tea adjournment or if we should keep going for until past.
Let's continue until past.
All right. And then